Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Friday, June 12th. We're going to do some legs this morning, but we're also really going to focus on the breath and kind of taking it down as we prepare for the weekend, kind of drawing the week to a little bit of a close and maybe a time when one door closes, another door opens. So having some new beginnings as we start to move closer to the solstice. Again, I'll be having that class at Harris Park. June 20th at 7 p.m. under the covered area. $10 is the charge, and all proceeds go to the LC Animal Shelter for my babies back there. Good. So I hope everyone is doing well this morning. Let's go ahead and take it back to our mat. We'll go through a little warm up and with really the focus on the breath. So think about the body expanding and opening, contracting, tightening, hugging the heart. Okay. So it's an opening and a contracting. Okay. Think about that for today. Let's take it back on the mat. I'm going to start at the back of my mat, feet hip width apart, shifting the weight to the inside of the feet, lifting the pinky toes, zipping up through the kneecaps to the hips, taking the thigh bones back, rolling the shoulders back, and opening the palms to the sky. Mountain pose. Bringing the big toes down, keeping the pinky toes up. Noticing those peroneal muscles on the outside of the legs, lower leg. Lift, lift, lift. Lifting the arches. And we'll just start with some deep breaths in and out. Noticing the natural curve in the low back. So as you face forward, I'll face the side. So the ear is over the shoulder over the hip, and the hip over the ankle. Drawing the chin towards the throat, lifting in and up, and out of the crown of the head. And we'll just begin with some deep breaths up. Circle sweep those arms up to the sky. Lift the elbows, lift the armpits. Turn the thumbs to the back of the wall. Deep breath. Exhale all the way down. Breathing in and out through the nose, a little ujjayi breath, inhaling up. Deep, 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 deep breath. Roll the shoulders back, lift the armpits to the sky. Take the thumbs back at the top, noticing the back, exhaling all the way down. So we're just really going to slow that breath down today. Controlling that energy that moves in and out of the heart. Lifting the pelvic floor as we exhale, those hands all the way down, blow it out. Take a slight pause there. Feel that contraction, the squeeze of the whole body being pulled in. Deep breath up. Lifting those pinky toes. Exhaling all the way out. Keeping those armpits lifted all the way down. Arms are active. So we're really working the legs here as well as we inhale and exhale. We're flexing the quadriceps, lifting the kneecaps towards the pelvis. Couple more times, deep breathing up. Opening the body. Opening the heart. And exhaling all the way down. Sliding those hands down the thighs as we take the booty back. We're going to keep that back nice and flat. And let's let the belly just drop down here. Lift the elbows, lift the armpits. Squeeze the scapula down the back and bring the chest forward. And letting the belly hang. So we're really squeezing those muscles down into the low back. Down through the lats, we're lifting the armpits, lats are engaged, shifting the weight to the inside of the feet. Lift the pinky toes, flowing cat-cow. Exhaling, belly button to the spine, rounding up. Inhaling. Working with the breath, let the belly be heavy, exhaling up. Inhaling, deep, deep breath. Moving with the flow. Pulling the belly in and up. So we have a very tiny waist at the top. Inhaling out. And let the belly hang. Lift the seat bones. Draw the scapula down the back. Bring the chest forward. Really squeeze into the back. And breathe. Good. Release the arms, reaching down to the floor. Inhaling to monkey. Pressing the thigh bones back. Shifting the weight to the inside of the feet. Letting the belly come down towards the thighs, lifting up and out of the elbows, lifting the armpits, and drawing the chin towards the throat, lengthening through the whole spine. We might take those thigh bones back a little farther. Nice deep breathing. Shifting the weight forward as we move into forward fold, letting the head be heavy. Excuse me. Hollowing out the belly. Lifting the seat bones. You might even reach around if that's an option for you. And draw the crown of the head down towards the toes. We're working with our blood pressure today. Keep the head above the heart. Keep pressing those thigh bones back. Zip up through the knees, activating the quadriceps. Pressing back through the thighs. Gently coming back to monkey pose, lengthening the whole body. Softening the knees and pressing up and out of the seat. Deep breath up. Exhaling out. Squeezing into the back. We're just going to begin to reach back, accentuating that natural curve. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Thigh bones move back. Heart center lifts and opens. Breathing. Fill the body completely up with breath. Exhaling fully. Reach those arms back. Lead with the heart. Inhaling up. Lifting the elbows, lifting the armpits. Opening up the heart. And as we reach back, nice. Let's bring the fists for wrists. So we're going to make a fist. And bring the thumbs up to the low back. Roll the shoulders back. Draw the scapula down and lengthen the elbows towards the floor. Natural curve. Nice deep breaths. I like to kind of massage into the QLs here with the fists. So you might just massage that back a little bit. Feels good. Little self-care is always a good thing in our yoga practice. We listen, we learn, we get stronger, we become more open. I'm just going to kind of take it side to side because that feels so good. We might walk the hands up the back. And lift the heart, drawing the elbows towards each other, pressing down. Take those thigh bones back. Lift the pinky toes. Notice where we feel this stretch. Coming back to a neutral spine. And we're going to soften the knees, take the booty back, and we're just going to roll those shoulders out a little bit. Let the hands be heavy. Other direction. It's kind of wherever feels good today. Press the seat back. We're using those glute muscles. Keep the body in alignment. And we'll gently come up. So let's move through just a slow, gentle flow of chairs. So we'll add that front shoulder raise. Remember, we're always lifting the elbows, lifting the armpits, taking the booty back, inhaling up. Shifting the weight to the inside of the feet, hugging those upper inner thighs. Booty goes back and up. Slow, full, deep breaths, full exhalations. We start from that pelvic floor as we come down and bring that energy right up and out. Squeeze the lungs together, hug the heart. How much can you fill the lungs? How can you really bring in that big positive energy into the body? Feel the space as you move through it. Feel the light and the energy in our bodies become stronger as our intention is to be more aware in the body, in the subtle body, the space that surrounds us. So let's hold here. We might open the heart, inhaling, exhaling, lifting the belly in and up. Come in, squeeze that little ball, open. Exhale. Circle sweeping up. And exhaling down. So as we move through a few downward facing dogs, just really opening up the legs a little deeper, the low back. Remember that you can do these modified on the hands and knees, back to child's pose, and then forward, and just go forward and back from child's pose to plank or wherever you feel like. If you want to add some strength, you can push into those baby tricep push-ups. I'm just going to go ahead from a mountain pose, feet hip width apart with the weight shifted to the inside, zipping up the knees, thigh bones back, shoulders back, circle sweep up. And as I exhale, I'm going to move down into a forward fold. So if your knees are bent, that's fine too. Listen to your body. We're honoring, we're moving through this journey of life at our own pace, what's right for us. Walking the hands forward, we'll just come into a nice downward facing dog. We're lifting the elbows, lifting the armpits, taking the thigh bones back and lifting the seat bones. Hollowing up the belly with each exhalation. So we'll come up on the toes and then down to the heels, up on the toes and down to the heels. Keep lifting the elbows, lifting the armpits. And we'll come back and meet in downward facing dog. Taking those heels down towards the mat, thigh bones back, lifting the seat bones, lifting the elbows, lifting the armpits. So let's walk the hands back to forward fold. Thigh bones back, inhaling monkey, circle sweeping up. Exhaling, flowing chairs. Remember, your yoga practice is what you make it. We raise our awareness, we set our intentions, and we take action. I shared a little reading this morning from the Untethered Soul. It's about letting energy move through us. It's easy to get stuck when somebody says something to us that we don't really care for. Even though we love that person, it's easy to shut the heart down sometimes. Let's just keep the heart open. We let go of personal judgment of ourselves. We maintain our morals, our ethics. But we also keep in mind that usually we're our own worst enemy in the battle of the mind. Think of yourself as just a loving creature today, full of lights, love, and happiness. Let things move through you and not get stuck in you. We find beauty in each breath. A lightness, an ease in each movement. Then we'll come back to rest in mountain pose, Tadasana. Nice deep breaths. We fill the whole body with the breath. Exhaling, lifting the pelvic floor, dropping the rib cage down slightly, squeezing all that air out of the lungs and hugging the heart. Circle sweeping up. Exhaling, forward fold or swan dive. Those knees can be bent. Inhaling, monkey. Taking the thigh bones back, letting the belly be heavy. We have that natural curve moving into the low back. Think about taking those seat bones laterally out to the side. Even if we're not really moving our feet here. It's a little bit of an intentional awareness there. And we'll gently walk the hands out to downward facing dog. Pressing back through the thigh bones, lifting the seat bones, lifting the elbows, lifting the armpits, and breathing. With each breath in, we can take those thigh bones back just a little bit farther, hollowing up the belly as we exhale. And gently walking the hands back. Inhaling to monkey, thigh bones back, lifting up and out of the seat. And drawing the hands down to the heart as we take the thigh bones back. And we'll hold at the heart. So let's go ahead and move into a little bit of a balanced chair. So we'll take that right leg up, flexing the foot, knee is out, and we're just going to sit back. Again, we take the seat bones back, roll the shoulders back, squeezing down, breathing. Feeling light, relaxed in the breath. Circle sweeping up and down. And switching sides. Flex, hands to the heart. Have a seat back. Noticing, feeling the hip opening, keeping in mind that one side is always more flexible than the other. And circle sweeping up. Woo. And down. So let's go ahead and take the feet wide. Get my bolster here for just a little bit later. We're going to do some deeper poses for the hips and the back. But let's keep stretching because it feels good. So taking the feet wide, toes are turned out. Let's drop it down into that little squat. So again, the booty goes back, thigh bones move back. And when we get back to that perfect place, think about those thigh bones moving down towards the mat. So we create that dynamic tension. So then we'll bring the hands down. Walk the hands forward as far as they'll reach. Turn the heels out and the toes in and lift the hips. So those hands are out. Let's take the thigh bones back now. Lifting the armpits, lifting the elbows. Full deep breaths. Full exhalations, hugging the heart. And walking the hands back, turning the toes out. We're going to take it over to the right. Come up on the toes and the heel of the extended leg. And we'll just come up to balance. Think about pressing out of the toe bud right here. So we're lengthening that hamstring down towards the mat. We have the heel tucked right into the booty. We can come up wherever we're at today, pressing in. If you can bring that heel down, we might have to move forward and bring the hands to the heart. So the pelvis is still a little bit up. Nice deep stretch. Pressing out through the toe bud. There's always somewhere to go in yoga. Bring it down, back up on the toes, lift, and switch sides. So we'll start with the heel lifted, toes up on the outside. Sitting up nice and tall, lifting out of the elbows, lifting out of the armpits. And if it's an option for you, coming down, bringing the hands to the heart, breathing. Coming back to the center. turn the toes in once again, heels out. We'll walk those hands forward, maybe a little bit farther this time, and then take the seat bones back, thigh bones back. Lift the elbows, lifting the armpits. Taking the scapula out to the sides of the body. And gently walking the hands back. And so we'll keep those toes turned in. We're going to turn that left hand towards the right hand. Bring the right hand to the hip, lift, and open. Noticing the curve in the low back. Not a lot of weight on that hand on the floor. We're lifting, lifting, lifting. Bringing it down and switching sides. Taking the thigh bones back. And down. And let's turn the toes out. Soft knees. Press back and up. Hold that big Y at the top. Maybe we're more like an X. And down. Stepping in. So we worked a lot of the hamstrings opening. So let's begin to work the quads. So all these muscles will affect the movement of the pelvis. Where they attach, legs are right there, as you know. So opening up the quads. You might use a bolster. I'm going to use a bolster for a little bit to show some modifications. So we're going to start with the right leg over. Grab a little wada, wada, wada. Nice. So we'll come over. And let's just for a moment, if you have that bolster pillow, we're just going to lean into the bolster. So we bring the thigh right down and in. So the knee in front is not really jamming forward. We're just beginning to open up the hip flexors. Let's take the whole body back and reach that arm up. Lifting the elbows, lifting the armpits, breathing. Breathing into the belly. Lifting the elbow, lifting the armpit. And we'll bring the hand all the way down. Moving into a little twist. So we need to get that body down on the inside of the leg. Palm down, lift the elbow, lift the armpit, roll the shoulder back, bring the belly button to the inner thigh, and reach back. Nice deep breaths. And gently coming down. Okay, we'll take it back and switch sides. Left leg over, lean in. Bring the whole body back and lift. Softening the facial muscles. and down. Body comes to the inside. Lift out of the elbow, the armpit. Roll the shoulder back. Draw the belly button into the spine and lift. Unwinding. Feels good today. And gently coming down. Take it back. And we'll move back for a little bit of child's pose. We can stay supported on our bolster. Tuning into the body. Tuning into the breath. Gently come up. We're going to take that right foot over again, but we're going to heel toe open to the edge of the mat. So the toes are going to be off the mat, the heel is on. We're going to lean into the bolster and track the knee over the toes. So we're just at an angle. Still supported by the bolster in back. Come up a little bit, there we go. Good, so we can just hold at the top. We could be doing this without a bolster too. And we'll walk the hands down. Think about dropping that knee open. We're going to create a little bit more space. Feels good. Lifting out of the elbows, lifting the armpits, and bringing the chest through. So the back is very active here. And we're breathing. Draw the chin towards the throat. And gently. Let's go ahead and open for another little twist here while we're here because it feels so good. So we'll bring that hand up to the knee. We lift out of the elbow, lift the armpit, lift the chest, and reach up. And bring it down. Good. Heel toe in. And back. And we'll switch sides. Heel on, toes off. Knee tracks, we drop right into the bolster. Bring the whole body back. So we're just opening up that inner thigh. We come down, lift the elbows, lift the armpits, drop the knee open. Lovely. Breathing all the way down into the belly. Hugging the heart as we exhale. Sending out some good vibrations. Allowing good vibrations to move through us. We're a reflection of what we put in our mind and that reflects back out. Keep it all positive today. So gently coming back, all the way back. And child's pose. So we'll gently come back up. We'll bring that right foot over. This time we're going to take that foot over to the other side of the mat. We'll bend the knee and bring that back thigh down into the bolster and just allow that knee to drop open for modified pigeon. So the leg is completely supported. Let me move the camera just a bit. And we're just leaning into the bolster, so just that front leg is on. We're in a supported pigeon. We can lift up, lift the elbows, lift the armpits, engage the back. Breathing. If it's an option for you, keeping the foot flexed, we can begin to walk it forward. And again, this is a little bit more advanced. Listen to your body. You can hook that foot right on the outside of the elbow, lift out of the forearms, and bring the heart center forward. And you might be at home doing full pigeon, and that's great too. Listen to your body. Different days we make different choices based on the amount of support that we need. Some days we're on fire. Some days we just need a little bit of a boost, a hand to hold. Whatever that looks like for you today, just honor that place that you're in. Be present and aware. It never hurts to ask for help. Gently walking it back, coming back up. Let's take that arm up. Squeezing into the back, lifting the elbow, lifting the armpit. And gently coming down. Tuck the toes under and back. Walk it back over and take it back. And we'll switch sides. We come forward. Heel toe over. Flex the foot. Bring the thigh down and lean into the bolster with the back thigh. We'll bring it up, sitting up nice and tall again. Feel all those muscles in the back really getting stronger. The whole body needs to come to a place of balance and strength and flexibility. If we have a weak place, we need to strengthen that space. If it's an option for you, we can hinge from the hip, not the back, the hip. Lead with the belly. We come down. We might hook the toes in, lift. Bring the heart center forward as we lift the armpits. Feeling opening the hip. Think about pressing that left femur down and into either the mat if we're in full pigeon or into the bolster. Continuing to lead with the belly. Lengthen through the crown, lifting the armpits, bringing the heart center forward. About lengthening that back leg back maybe a little bit more. Breathing into the belly, the back, the side body, the upper back and the chest. Breathing all the way into the mind. So we'll gently walk it back. Good. Coming all the way up. Here's where the shoulders go back. Lead with the belly. So we have that natural curve, and we take the arm up, hugging the arm bone in towards the ear. Lift the armpit, lift the elbow, open the fingers wide at the top. Hug into the heart, squeezing into the back. And exhaling down. Very good. Gently coming back, heel toe over. Honoring our bodies, listening today, taking it back. And back to child's pose. Let's open. Let's actually, if we have our bolster, we're just going to open the legs a little bit wider and come down. So we bring just the edge of the pubic bone off the bolster and come forward. So we're just allowing those inner thighs to gently open. We're in a full supported position, or we're in an open leg child's pose. If we don't have a bolster today, we're just in an open leg child's pose. Let the belly drop in. Continuing to focus on those deep belly breaths. And it will gently come up. And lift, drawing the knees back to the center. We're going to open up the low back a little bit, open up the heart and the shoulders. So we'll come down in front of our bolster. So if you have a towel or something that you can roll up and put between the rib cage and the ilium in the back, just so we get a little bit of a lift and we begin to open up that natural curve in the low back. For those of you with a bolster, let's go ahead and lean back. Extend the legs if that's an option for you, and turn the palms up. Let the shoulders just gently open. Notice the belly. Just have to reposition. So we're just resting and relaxing here. Allowing ourselves just a few minutes, a few precious moments to listen, to breathe. To feel our hearts opening. Allowing ourselves to let go of any energy that might be stuck there. Maybe there's people that we need to forgive. Maybe we need to forgive ourselves. People that we need to love and feel loved. People that we need to be thankful for and be valued. Let's go ahead and reach those hands up, noticing our low back. If you have a towel under there and you feel like you need to take it out, perfect, we can do that. If you want to come off your bolster, that's great too. We're just going to lengthen the fingertips up, hugging the arm bones in towards the head. Taking a few deep breaths here. Lifting the armpits up towards the sky, active forearms. So we'll gently bring the elbows down, drawing the knees in, and gently pressing up. Good, and we'll bring it to a soft seated position. Release the seat bones and gently come down. So we're sitting up nice and tall. We have leading with the belly, lifting up and out of the spine, out of the seat bones. So both seat bones are down, ischial tuberosities. We feel the same amount of weight on both sides. We draw the chin towards the throat and lengthen the crown of the head towards the sky, leading with the belly. And with each breath in, we lengthen and get a little taller. We're just really focusing on dropping deeper into our body. We let go of any thoughts and just let them rest out there for a few minutes. We're just checking in. We notice our back. We notice our hips. We notice the belly. We soften the shoulders. We draw the chin back to the throat and lengthen out of the crown. Notice the space between each vertebrae. Noticing the breath. Each breath in, we get taller. And we're going to take that left hand over to the right knee. Lift the elbow, lift the armpit, and reach back just for a nice gentle twist. Looking over the shoulder. And switch sides. Over, reach back, lift, lift, and look over. A very gentle leg class today. A bit into the hips. You guys are feeling better. It's Friday. And gently releasing. So let's go ahead and take the bolster or the towel out. And we're going to take it all the way back for Shavasana. So we open the feet at least as wide as the mat, maybe wider if you want to. Take the palms off the waist. Soften the head back and down. And we'll just move into a softer breath. Bring the tongue to the back of the two top teeth. Front teeth, that is. Softening into the forearms, softening into the legs. Releasing any tension around the pelvis and the sacral area. Just allowing that area to drop deeper into our mat. Let's go ahead and draw both knees into the chest. Give that back a little bit of love. I'll turn. We'll gently take the knees to the side. As we come up into a soft seated position. As we come back to that strong lengthened pose, let's just close our eyes for a few moments. Think about what actions we're going to take today. It's going to open our heart a little bit more. Maybe we're going to have some new experiences. I know I am. Looking forward to that. Don't be afraid to jump outside the box. There's a whole other world out there. It's calling your name. Let's finish with a deep breath up. Drawing the hands to the heart. Thanks for coming and hanging out this morning or afternoon or evening, whenever you're doing your yoga practice today. Remember, next Saturday night, Harris Park, 7 o'clock, $10, benefit for the animal shelter. It will be on a Crowdcast event, so come down and get your yoga on with us. Great. Have a great day, you guys. Have a great weekend. Namaste. Peace.